You know, you've called me a sissy about 50 times already.
That's because you are a sissy. Sissy, sissy.
Who are you anyways?
Rupert Schumburglar. Look down there at the screen. Look, quick, see?
Oh, yeah. Rupert Schumburglar.
The nicest ventriloquist figure of all history. Even nicer than Charlie McCarthy.
I don't know about that one.
Well, I do.
Well, listen, Rupert, I'm hosting this movie, and I'm not crazy about having to do so with such a snooty ventriloquist figure such as yourself.
Well, at least I don't look like Sean Hannity after eating 10 tons of lasagna.
First off, I don't look like Sean Hannity. In fact, ladies are always complimenting me about my resemblance to Leonardo DiCaprio. You know, it's not an easy compliment to take, you know, him being such a big star and all. But, you know, I go out in public and I hear it all the time. I guess it is what it is, and a gift is a gift. But forget about that. We have a mutual problem.
I like State Farm.
Not Mutual of Omaha. Mutual problem.
Oh, what?
Well, these days, people aren't used to ventriloquists. And they're not used to ventriloquist figures. They see us walking down the street, they're going to think we're nuts. Especially me. So we got to do something to compensate for this.
What are you thinking?
Well, I'm thinking we ought to dress up. You know, be dapper.
Yeah, okay.
People see us dressed all nicely, they won't think we're nuts. They'll think we're winners. So listen, I'll meet you back here in 2 hours, dressed to kill, and dressed like a winner, all right? Or maybe 2 hours is too long, because I'm already looking pretty good myself. I just have to make a few adjustments to my wardrobe. But I know what to do. Do you?
What?
Know what to do?
Yeah.
Okay, let's split up. We'll meet back here real soon.
Okay.
A fearsome teacher once taught at an old country schoolhouse in Decatur. A client of mine who attended the school passed this legend on to me. One morning, the teacher arrived late, and the students saw her arguing with a smart aleck. Apparently, both of the grown-ups had been driving their carriages towards one another on a wide and empty country road. Both failed to yield, and their horses collided. The grown-ups argued for several minutes, but before things escalated to strong words, the teacher socked the man level with the land on which the onions grew.
I want to see both of your feet flat on the floor and your back straight in your seats. You little brat. If I tell you to sit in your seat, you better sit in your seat. Now you're going to go outside and get yourself a switch, and I'll teach you lots of this school. This will be the last time that you speak out in this class, because boy, are you gonna get it. You need to scare me.
This is the Decatur Country School where the incident allegedly occurred. Fortunately, Edgar Bergen did not attend this particular school. Edgar went to a schoolhouse a few miles away. It was named the Shaw School. Edgar's teacher, Clara Abbott, was wise and supportive. Years later, she would be gratefully recalled by Edgar as one of his important role models. As for Edgar, he was described as a likable student who was below average in academic terms, silly, carefree, and directing his high energy away from his studies. But Edgar valued his school in a serious manner of which people may have been unaware. The Shaw School was approximately 1 mile away from Edgar's house, and Edgar walked to school every day along this road. He worried during his walks to and from school. He worried about girls. Traditional gender roles were more prevalent, at least superficially, in the early 1900s. Yet, girls actually visited the Bergerons' home. But not to visit Edgar. They rather liked his brother Clarence. Girls didn't like Edgar, one villager recalls. He was silly. Girls liked Clarence. Edgar worried about popularity and mentioned this issue on several occasions. Even as an adult, Edgar said his wife's presence improved his popularity at New York City social parties. Edgar had worries. Then one day, he discovered that he could throw his voice, that is, making people think a voice came from another location or person. Wishing to apply his new talent, Edgar threw his voice to trick his mother into thinking there was a visitor at the front door. When Edgar played this game in school, he impressed his classmates, and, as he recalled, this gave him popularity. So he continued to develop this craft and expand his showmanship. He toiled in the muck fields to earn money for a book titled How to Become More Popular Through Magic Tricks.
education is first. And I had to fight for my education. I went to grammar school here in California, and I went to high school here in California, and I went to finally the University of Southern California for about a year and a half. Then I had to quit my studies there because I was working all the time, and the war came along, and I joined up, and I volunteered for that Second World War, and well, that you know about that.
One of my top picks for whom I would like to see make a movie about Edgar Bergen in Decatur is Ken Burns. Ken Burns is a prominent documentary filmmaker who does a lot of projects for PBS. And I think he's a good choice for a couple of reasons. One, he is very thorough. If it takes a 4-hour movie to tell the story, he will do it. And I like that. And second, I believe that if Ken Burns made the movie, he would come to Decatur and do a lot of filming in Decatur, and that would help the local economy. So I contacted Ken Burns' production company, and this is the email I got back. For film ideas and proposals, please bear in mind that while Ken is certainly flattered to be thought of, he is currently working on 7 films at once, with many long-standing project commitments taking him into the next decade. We appreciate your interest and your understanding.